How's it going, guys? Rideshare PA here. Tuesday, December 3rd. Um, as always, guys, when I do live streams, I usually answer questions and comments and all of that stuff. Today's live stream is going to be a little bit different, though. All right, to start it off, we're going to talk about this article I came across yesterday. Okay. Okay. So this article, it's the same thing as the thumbnail. Uber and Lyft drivers could form unions under New York proposal. Okay, this is basically an article that I came across yesterday. New York lawmakers are planning to introduce a bill that would go beyond making Uber and Lyft drivers employees by also allowing them to unionize and move that could clash with federal labor and antitrust laws. Okay, there's no scenario, this person says in this article, there's no scenario that they can imagine that's not going to include collective bargaining, said Senator Diane Savino, adding that she and Assemblyman Marcos Crespo plan to introduce the legislation after lawmakers return to Albany in January. Okay, as we all know, AB 5 is happening in January in California. As of right now, what's up, Preston? Trevor, how's it going, bud? New York is a solidly union town, and I am solidly union senator. Adding that legislation that doesn't include collective bargaining is an absolute non-starter. Uber and Lyft are already fighting a multi-front battle over their business models that treat drivers as independent contractors, which most of us like. So I don't understand why they're fighting it, but whatever. Anyway, instead of employees, that includes class action lawsuits in at least 3 states alleging that companies have misclassified drivers, a $650 million New Jersey employment tax bill for Uber, which I discussed a couple weeks ago, and an ongoing lobbying war against a new California law, AB 5, designed to make it hard for companies to classify workers as contractors. Workers tagged as independent contractors are treated as self-employed entrepreneurs who aren't covered by minimum wage and overtime pay requirements and don't get unemployment insurance and workers' compensation benefits, and because collective bargaining amongst individual business owners is a form of illegal price fixing, organized unions also is a problematic under federal antitrust laws. Okay, these are all things that we've talked about before that as of right now go against Uber and Lyft because we are all technically considered independent contractors. Okay? And a lot of these gig economies like this pretty much are kind of taking advantage of this because we're not considered employees. Okay? Gig companies have posed new laws as threats to flexible arrangements they offer workers who largely have the ability to work when and where they want. Roughly 90% of Lyft drivers work less than 20 hours per week to supplement income from other jobs, according to the Lyft company. These are parents who have busy schedules, retirees, and students. Lyft spokesman C.J. Macklin told Bloomberg Law. Many turn to driving because traditional employment simply does not fit their needs. That's why we are advocating for solutions that expand the benefits and protections they already enjoy in New York while still preserving the flexibility and upward earning potential they value so much. I don't know about you guys, but I'm the same way. I joined Uber and Lyft to basically have flexible availability of when I want to drive, when I want to drive. If I want to drive 2 or 3 hours a morning, I can do it. If I don't have to. I don't have to go look and find a part-time job somewhere where I'm stuck to being there at least 3 or 4 hours a day at set hours, and if I don't show up, I get fired. Lyft, Uber, and other companies have floated some sort of sector-wide bargaining as part of a deal to avoid reclassifying Lyft drivers and Uber drivers in California, but have union rights enshrined in state laws would give drivers and other gig workers more leverage at the bargaining table. That's why the move is likely to be challenged in court. Okay? There are a lot of companies that provide income for a lot of people where this would destroy their business model. Okay, if this would ever happen, just like a lot of the employee things and all of that other stuff would happen, it would completely destroy Uber and Lyft's business model. We've talked about AB5 and things like that having an effect on their business model. Come January, we're going to see how that's going to affect Uber and Lyft in California, as well as a lot of other gig economies or gig companies in California. We're going to see how that's going to affect that there in come January. It's already starting to affect New York. They raised their minimum wage up to 17 an hour for anybody that's in, like anybody that drives for Uber and Lyft. So it's already starting to take effect there, and we'll just see what happens, guys. But this is another thing that can take effect. If anybody wants to read the whole video, I will put a link in the description below for this video, or for this article, and we'll see what happens, guys. But with that being said, I hope everybody has a safe day and a great week. All right, Rideshare PA out. Take care.